Welcome back to Gravity Rush 2. We're still following the
Boy.
directly hands.
or the boy plants.
I guess in this case it'd be girl.
Girl. Yeah.
A girl.
Yeah, is there an equivalent? Yeah, the equivalent of that, I guess, would be Gurl.
Yeah, it's girl and boy.
Girl,
is BOI.
Here. Be careful if you run into a GIRL.
Hey. Represent.
No, it's a guy in real life.
That's what I mean.
Oh. I guess we used that back when the connotation was different.
There's rarely a time in video games where I am given the option to play as one gender or the other where I'm actually the correct gender. I am almost always a girl.
Depends on the game.
I mean, it's not.
I mean,
it's most of the time the girl design's just better. Like,
Yeah, I like the outfits. I like the hairstyles. And shit.
I mostly stuck with the guys in Pokemon, then they allowed you customization, and the girls just have like 10 times the amount of options. So it's like,
yeah,
why would
they're
you be
just
the guy?
better.
Yeah.
They just have way more stuff. It's not fair.
Well, I've looked over the lists of stuff in like Sword and Shield, and the girl trainer doesn't get that much more stuff. Mostly, it just comes down to like they also have skirts, and there's
Dresses
there's more
and
hairstyles.
stuff.
That said,
more stuff.
That said, the few hairstyles you do get for the guy trainer are pretty neat. So
I mean, it's better there. Like, if you go back to
No, Sun and Moon, the guys had like no options.
Yeah.
also X and Y, it was pretty lacking.
X and Y was so bad it was like, why'd you even bother allowing customization?
Though the girls had a good amount of stuff. It's just, yeah, if you were a guy, sucks to be you.
Well, that is a big cactus plant. I'm a little afraid to be walking on this. Can we like go back to gravity flying?
So we got heels.
No, it stole our powers.
Oh, for
Time to go down to Mario 64 slide. Na 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 na.
This cactus plant probably should ruin her shoes. Now that I'm thinking about it, but whatever.
They're the same shoes Sonic got from Uncle Chuck. They never wear out.
this is kind of like an episode of Honey I Shrunk the Kids or something.
Did you
They're
hear
bringing
that
they're bringing them back.
that?
Yeah.
And Rick Moranis is actually going to be in it in like his first movie role in what is it, like 20
Almost
years?
Years.
30?
More than
Yeah.
20.
30?
Closer.
No. Are we counting animated movies?
Yeah,
Because-
because animated movies are movies.
He was the voice of one of the moose in. Was that bear movie?
Brother
Brother
Bear.
Bear. Oh my god, that movie
Brother
is
Bear or
really
some other
boring.
thing.
Oh.
You're 15-5.
You were playing Final Fantasy 15.
Well, this was
15
recorded a long time ago,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, this was recorded like 2 years ago.
Oh, that makes
Now,
sense.
why do you say that as if it's some
15,
travesty?
yeah, 15's not a bad game.
It's not a bad game. It's just a bit messy, like all over the place. But you know,
See, I haven't heard it's a bad game, but I haven't heard that it's a good game either.
it's not.
It's fine.
It's not spectacular. It's most of its problems come from like Square has no idea how to do open world games. So yeah, the structure's not there, and it's like really badly structured. And whenever they want to have structure, the game suddenly becomes really linear. It's bizarre. But
It's also stupid easy to get over leveled and just curb stomp the actual story missions if you do side stuff.
you don't even need to get over leveled anymore. You can just unlock the ability to switch over to Prompto and have him shoot everything. The game really was not designed for the other characters at all.
Stop doing that.
So if you want to play hard mode, you play as Gladiolus. If you want to play hard mode again, you play as Ignis. And if you want to play stupid easy mode, you play as Prompto. Yeah, that's basically how it works. And if you want to balance difficulty, hey, here's Noctis. Or if you're playing the Windows version, hey, here's your custom character who stands in for Noctis. Why they
Thomas the
didn't...
Tank Engine.
It'd just be Noctis with a sombrero.
No, not Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm not talking mods. The Windows version of Final Fantasy 15 has the ability to switch over to your multiplayer custom character to play as instead of Noctis, who just has all of Noctis's moves and stuff. But like, they didn't bring that feature to consoles, and I don't know why.
I think my favorite mod of 15 though is replacing them with the DMC characters. because it actually works really well.
It does. It really does. I actually need to get around to like fully completing Final Fantasy 15 because I've played hours and hours of
Backlog.
it, but I've never progressed more than a few chapters in. I've just screwed around in the open world.
I'm
It's
likely
okay,
not going
Lewis,
to
that
touch
you
it.
didn't finish Final Fantasy 15 the first time through because neither did Square. Hi-oh.
Oh yeah, I
Hey.
deliberately avoided finishing it until they added the fixes to the later chapters.
That is why I stopped playing it. Once I got word that one of the things they were adding to it later, besides additional story elements, was patching shit that was already there, I was like, so I'm kind of playing an incomplete game. Okay, well, I'm stopping. So I'm not going to get to do.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, I had a ton of fun playing the first few chapters and just exploring the world because it actually has a pretty unique feel among other open world games. You don't really get games with the kind of feel that Final Fantasy 15 does. And I suppose we won't again until, I suppose, Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2 open world, hopefully.
You mean when that game comes out in 2029?
I would not be. Here's the thing. I think Lewis is getting at is that the 7 remake now is the priority number 1, just for like the next couple of years, if not a decade. I will be shocked if they announce 16.
This is
within
the
the next
company
5
that
years.
announced Final Fantasy 15 before Final Fantasy 14 came out.
Weren't there already rumors about a Final Fantasy 16 though?
I mean, I'm sure
Well, I
there
mean,
are.
I'm sure they're always
I think it's always the
working
safe.
on stuff.
There's always there's
What
always the safe assumption that
happens
they're working
to that
on the
plant?
next
It
product.
just sort of couldn't decide.
You have they added an ability to the throwing thing where if you use a bit of your special meter, whatever you throw at it keeps hitting it for a certain amount of time.
Oh, so you can turn the cactus plants into spinning spike balls of doom. That's actually
Yeah.
pretty badass. But right.
So anyway, Square needs to learn to not announce that they've got a game in production 4 years, not 7, no, not even 7. However, they just need to not announce a game until it's like ready to go on the shelf and be like, yes, this is a real game. We're not going to delay it. I
That
swear.
was the thing with Final Fantasy Versus 13 and
Or as we now call it, Kingdom Hearts 3. Remind.
I hate Square Enix.
well, the Remind thing, it was entirely Nomura. I am not going to blame
Yeah.
Square for that. That was Nomura having a very quiet hissy fit over the fact that he never got to finish Versus.
No, at some point you need to blame the company for not keeping their child in check. It's
Well,
like,
you know, I don't think
once you
anyone-
watch that kid have a temper tantrum,
I don't
enough
think
times, you blame
anyone
the
working at
parents.
Square Enix right now has the old marketing material memorized well enough to be able to tell that this one cutscene in Remind is a perfect reshoot of an old Versus 13 trailer from 10 goddamn years ago. So
If the internet could notice it,
the
we're
internet,
a bunch of morons.
Shit,
no,
more than 10
the
years ago. This
internet
was like
as a
15
collective
years.
didn't notice it. One obsessive nerd noticed it, and it went viral from there. But you know, it is what it is. It's kind of funny, but we got jewels. Jewels are good, aren't they?
I like how they have their own made-up like sound effect text. Like for when she opened the door, there were like these made-up characters because they speak in a weird made-up language. So,
Why was this guy counting on her not getting the jewels?
Because he's a
Because-
jackass.
Yeah, basically.
And why is he unhappy that she did?
Because he's a jackass.
What is his end game?
We'll have to see.
What is
With
he?
people like this is actually a thing in real life. People like that are never going to be happy about anything. They're just angry people who
Well,
want to be angry.
I've known several people like that, but this guy's talking like he has an agenda. What is the agenda?
You'll have to see when we get further in.
Oh God! It's
I skipped the animation of going to the elevator, going all the way down, blah 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 blah.
right. Good call, but
Is that the same? Is the guy in the suit that guy? Yes, it is. Okay.
Yes.
I thought you were just gonna kick him off.
Oh my gosh.
One of the things that is immediately good about Gravity Rush 2 over the first game is the variety of environments
Yes.
that you
yes,
get
I
at
do
the very
agree with
beginning.
that.
Because in Gravity Rush 1, you had the really interesting floating city location and the real...
You're there for 90% of the
Yeah,
game.
and then you also had the other part of the really interesting city location, and it just went on from there. But we have some, like, legit interesting levels here.
Yeah, I really like the environments in this game so far from what I've seen.
It really cashes in on the surreal feeling of the Gravity Rush series. What?
How
You
the
can
heck?
walk. That was 10 feet.
How the heck do you see out of that helmet?
Uh,
It looks like there's 2 poles on the side.
Yeah, but
assuming you
that's
have
not
the
where
facial
your eyes
configuration
are.
of a hammerhead.
I don't know. He kind of looks like he's one step away from being a big daddy. Like,
I mean, kinda, yeah.
like he's only really missing the drill arm.
I know he has a drill arm. It's just not as
Wait.
big.
Really? I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
so that he can mine the stuff.
Or
He needs a drill to do what Cat can do with a kick.
yeah.
Because getting
Well,
our
you
pow-
see, she's wearing heels. Those have a point at the end.
Like drill heels.
Just regular heels, but they're pointy.
Oh. Oh wait, no, she can become the drill. She just sticks it inside and then she spins in place.
Yeah.
She's very dramatic about whiffing after she breaks things.
Turn
I don't
to
know
me
where to
side.
go.
Oh, I like how they're they're bringing up how stuff will just respawn when you turn your back.
The aura will regrow.
Well, it's a excuse for why you can come here and just grind for gems when you want to.
I mean, yeah, like I don't mind when like that's just kind of a game logic thing. I'm usually
Yeah.
Gonna
I
just
don't.
let
I don't really need an explanation for that.
I
I
guess
mean, there's not much of an explanation. It's just the in-game way of saying, yeah, you can come here and grind. Not a big deal.
I
Well-
mean, I guess I do appreciate it when stuff is made in attention to detail. Like, one of the things when I was first playing Breath of the Wild that I thought was really cool was when I killed a bokoblin camp or whatever, like, they stayed dead, and I thought that was really, really neat because when I backtrack through that area, I don't have to deal with those enemies again. But
Well, until the blood moon rises once again.
dude, when that happened the first time, I freaked the hell out. Like, I saw that the sky was going red, and I didn't know what was going on. I remember trying to get pictures of it with the switch
capture
camera,
function.
and I couldn't get a good look, and it was just like,
Of course, it isn't going to be the same enemies that come back whenever the blood moon happens, because you know you've gotten more heart containers and stuff, so the game spawns in stronger enemies.
is it dependent on
Sort
heart
of.
containers or how many beasts you've done?
Beasts.
Beasts,
okay.
is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So you can be at max health and have defeated all the shrines, and the weakest enemies will still respawn. Good to know.
I think it takes a few things into account, but the beasts are the main one.
Okay.
That's another game that I need to actually get around to finishing, rather than just playing 60 hours of nothing in, which is what I did last time. I think I got 2 beasts down last time I played through, so I got significantly farther into the main plot than I did for Final Fantasy 15, but
Well, next time I play the game, I'll just chop down a tree, time stasis it, and then fly all the way to Ganon like Mercenary Tower from Dragon Ball.
right, you can do that.
It's so stupid looking, but it's fun.
I think even if you don't do ridiculous shenanigans like that, you can still beat the game in under 2 hours if you just
Yeah.
like walk there.
Well, if you're
Yeah, if you just book it, yeah.
yeah, if you're really good, you can make your way through the castle at the beginning. Even if you don't intend to do that, going there can yield some interesting rewards anyway.
Well, the Hylian shield is there.
Yeah, the Highland Shield, I think, alone is worth it.
Yeah, but you have to fight the whatever it's called there, the bony
The
dude.
Stalfos thing, yeah.
Yeah. And that fight I die trying to do just normally, so I don't trust myself to do it when I'm level, 3 heart link with... Because you upgrade stamina first, because that's what you should do. Alright.
Sort of. It depends on where you're going.
No, you upgrade stamina first every time. Because stamina is more important, because you can run more. Which is more important than your life.
Well, I think climbing's more important than running.
Well, I just upgrade the hearts first right away so that I can get the goddamn Master Sword.
Yeah, that's another good reason to do
I
life.
couldn't upgrade my hearts if my life depended on it.
It does.
It bothers
Oh,
me
no.
that it bothers me that even with the DLC we don't have equal
It's
full bars.
one! It's one! What is it? It's like 2 away
It's
now?
like one short, yeah. It's something
Yeah,
like that.
what also frustrates me is that they added enough shrines. They added like, oh, what was it, like 12 shrines in order to do it, but so many of them don't count for spirit orbs because they open up the different things for the final temple. So you're doing all of the work but not getting the reward. So now you just have like 3 random yellow hearts at the bottom of your health bar, and it makes me sad.
Ah,
Anyway, I hope you all look forward to our Breath of the Wild playthrough happening never, because that would be a miserable game to try to do a commentary over in our usual fashion.
It would require either a lot of planning or
I honestly I feel like
very, very basic run through.
here's the thing, I think doing it in our normal style just straight up doesn't work, because either you're leaving everything in and it's gonna get boring really quick, or you cut everything, which at that point that's not Breath of the Wild. you play that
No.
game to wander around endlessly.
There are just some games that are better as a live stream
Yeah.
than a standard Let's Play. Breath of the Wild is probably one of them.
open
at the top of
open
the
world
list.
RPGs in general are better for live streams than Let's Plays, because it's the reactions to the moment-to-moment shenanigans that really make those kind of playthroughs.
Oh, Link, you fell down the Springfield Gorge for the 5th time. Speaking of, what Zelda game should we do next?
John said he was going to do Link to the Past like 6 years ago. So,
I thought I was going to do Zelda 2 first.
Well, you don't have to do Zelda 2.
I don't mind doing Zelda 2.
To be fair, Zelda 2 is not a terrible game.
No.
Yeah, but it's
just
also
hard.
not a good game.
I'd say it is.
It's okay.
You know what the strangest thing is? I was happy as all hell when Link's Awakening remake came out, but then I was immediately not in the mood to play it, and it's so strange because I can go back to Link's Awakening at any time. And it's no like thing about the game that made me feel that way. I guess it was just a bad time for me.
That happens. I mean, we already knew that Link's Awakening was going to be your recording whenever you decided to get to it. Because that's your Zelda game.
Yeah, it's the only one I have like any real nostalgic attachment to. Well, I suppose Twilight Princess is one that I have nostalgic attachment to, but not nearly as much because I came to that later in life.
What also came out later in life for us.
Well, I mean, I came to it like a long time after it came out too. I think
Fair
Skyward
enough.
Sword was already out by the time I got to it.
Gotcha.
How about Skyward Sword? That should be the next Zelda game.
No.
I mean, as long as I'm not recording it, I don't care.
Well, I mean, I
it's-
already said a while ago
It has
that I would.
at least it has a better structure for Let's Plays than Breath of the
Yeah,
Wild.
well, I already said I would record Skyward Sword. I'm pretty sure I have it on my Wii U hard drive. But, like,
No.
Good luck with that.
if Link's Awakening requires me to be in a certain kind of mood, you bet your goddamn ass that I need to be in a special kind of mood to want to record Skyward Sword.
I was surprised that mood had to be similar, considering how much longer Skyward Sword is.
That's not the same mood. It's just he has to be in a mood.
In
to
a
do
mood,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Look out, everyone. Lewis is in one of his moods.
It's like Lewis is staring at a ceiling at 3 in the morning. He can't sleep. You know, I feel like wasting time.
Who the hell is playing
That
Skyward
was
Sword at 3 in the
Skyward
morning?
Sword.
Oh boy, 3
Well,
a.m.
right now I'm in a Pokemon mood, which is why I'm like playing Shield version for a stream, but also recording white version. But also in my spare time, I'm playing Let's Go Pikachu because I'm fucking stupid. And
Your words.
We should talk about the marathons of games we're doing at any given time next part in Gravity Rush, I imagine.